Okay, so hey, look at that, Paul Murray's live right now, Paul.
Go figure.
There you go. Oh, we'll shut that off. Oh, hey, geez, I didn't even get a chance to say who's gonna come on.
Hey,
AZ Drone
Steve's
Dude.
in the house.
He's right hot. He had his finger on the button. You were just waiting.
Yeah,
I couldn't have been live 15 seconds yet.
he was there.
Yeah, wow. Okay, Paul, go catch that ship. We got it controlled
I
here.
gotta get the invites out first.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, just pin it to the chat and run, Paul. Just pin it to the chat. Never mind getting the people can come in that way.
you think?
Yeah.
Copy invite.
Hey, it's going there, AZ Drone Dude. It's going. Yeah, I'm down at the trailer tonight, so a little breezy down here though. Holy mackerel! I'm surprised Paul's gonna fly, but because the trees are just rocking and rolling down here. So, but he's got the Air 2S. That'll handle it. Yeah. Oh, I see. AZ. Sometimes he lets other people be first. That's one way of doing it, I guess. So. Oh, anyways, cool. Just put it in the chat, Paul. The link.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not fun to be first all the time, eh, AZ? Yeah. Yeah. Well, there'll be other people come in real shortly, I imagine. Justin and all those guys will be in shortly. So,
Well, you would
well,
hope.
oh yeah.
Let's see where it is. I don't know if I can make it down there in time.
I don't think you can make it now, Paul.
Yeah.
It's already there. Yeah, I don't think you can.
Well, be under normal conditions, but being a weekend, probably going to have a hard time finding a place to park.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
So I'm going to pass.
Okay. It'll be back, Paul.
Yep.
Yep, it'll come back. Okay. Oh, here's somebody else out with a lawnmower. I don't think it's my sister, but she was hauling stuff around today and garbage and stuff. And we were burning stuff, so.
Oh, there's Vader.
Yeah, Vader's back up here on my shoulder almost. Gonna pretend to be a bird. Hey, yeah.
You sure know who Daddy is.
Oh yeah, and Gracie's just right here. I'm petting her right there. So yeah, but she likes being outside and running around. She likes that. That's for sure. But it's funny. I get here and I pull around in front of the trailer. You know, the front of the house. The house is up that way. Anyways, I opened the door and the tailgate of the truck. Opened the door of the cage and she was gone like lightning right up to Diane's house. She knew where she was. Like she went to the screen door. Oh, oh, let me in, let me in. So, hey, uh, Aren't you happy enough? You still gotta bug me? What? Oh, come on, Gracie. You can't be there and me talking. Say that. Yeah. Oh, I missing the chat here. It went off on me here. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, what we got? Okay. AG Drone do put a link in the channel. I'm on my phone here, so I can't go to it. Upgrading my FPV backup remote to a CNC sticks. Never heard of that before. Have you, Paul?
No,
CNC sticks. So AZ Drone deal. What is CNC sticks? Usually CNC is a computer generated thing, but I don't know. It's just what CNC sticks are. Never heard of that before. So
yeah, me either.
it's gonna be a noisy weekend down here next weekend. I just heard a couple motorcycles go by, but next week down at Port Dover is what they call Friday the 13th. They always shut down the town. It's all motorcycles down Port Dover. It's always a big weekend. You get thousands of bikes down here. From plastic sticks to aluminum ones, 150 bucks. Woohoo! Hey, Marshall, good evening. And he said he got his stickers today. I'm glad you did there,
Oh,
Marshall.
good,
Glad
good,
they made it.
good.
Most of everybody's got them right now. Because they made it to England, and all over Florida and stuff. And now they made it to Arizona. Wow. Glad you got them there, Marshall. So, yeah, CNC machining. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. So they're made of them. Are they AZ Drone do? Are they longer or you just make them whatever the height you wanted? I guess, but as long as you know what thread it was. Yeah.
What's Vader doing?
Oh, I don't know. He's just sitting there right there, being a pain in the butt. Yes, I know. He'd want attention because I'm got Gracie
you're
right
petting
here,
Gracie?
petting her. Yeah, he's just being jealous. What, aren't you? Yes, I know.
Yep.
What you want? Oh, she wants a belly rubbed. Okay, that's it. Well, you're in a bad position for me to rub your belly, dummy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, they're adjustable. Oh, cool. That'd be nice. You can set them what heights you really want them. Eh?
Yeah.
Well, didn't DJI? Um, they're adjustable to a certain extent because you can hold them and turn them and
Well, there's several different manufacturers of metal ones that you can
Yeah.
adjust them up, adjust them down.
up and down. Yeah, make them longer or whatever, right? Yeah. It's a lot more precise, he said. Having control of them, right? So
Well, I think it also depends upon whether you're a pincher or not, but I do like the higher sticks for thumbing.
yeah, because you got to travel more in order to move it more. But the nice thing about it would be, oh, I never even thought about that. I got a screwed up thumb here now for doing a flight on Monday. Oh well, I have a smaller band-aid on by then, hopefully. I'll have to do a pinch, I guess. Yeah, so yeah. Oh. You say that was a bowling?
Yeah,
John
John J.
Bolin.
Bowling.
Yeah. Okay. No. Just a minute.
American Century is downbound up north of Croswell, south of Port St. Lake.
Was that there, Paul?
The American Century is downbound, but it's up the lake a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's up just north of Lexington.
Hey, Bill from Newfound Drone Productions. Good evening.
Good evening, Bill. Yeah, it's just us old guys hanging out here.
Oh. So Marshall said tomorrow's the day that people are supposed to put the money down on the house. So on a
Ooh,
Sunday, that's different. But anyways, they be kind of cool.
yeah.
So whereabouts are you moving to there, Marshall? I forget. I know you're going from one town to
I
another.
thought he was talking about Las Vegas or something.
No, they're staying in Arizona. You're just going to a different part of it. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, Bill, what's new over there in Newfoundland? Anything change? I would hope all of your snow is gone by now.
Let me have to set up something. Oh, geez, I forgot to charge my iPad. I got 22% right now. Let me have to set up something different here.
Plug it in.
Yeah, I got to plug in. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to plug it in and where I'm going to sit to plug it in. Okay,
Don't
I
you have an
don't have
extension? You don't have an extension cord there?
No, because it's plugged into my. Actually, I might be able to here, Paul. Problem. Okay, I just got to change a couple things around here. So, okay.
Oh, he's
Power.
moving closer to Phoenix area.
Move close to the Phoenix area.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I might go offline for a minute, Paul.
Okay,
But I'll be right back.
whatever it takes, Paul.
I'll be right back. Okay, if I.
Oh, Bill, it's hard to believe that you still got some snow out there, but you had a lot of snow, that's for sure. They're doing horse racing today down at Derby Downs. They're doing the pre-racing now, but the big race is coming up next. I think this is one or two races going on now.
Okay. Am I still live with you, Paul?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Okay, so now I'm plugged in. Okay. Oop. Yeah. Come on. Okay, what happened here? Okay, there we go. Just trying to get everything set up here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I done plugged the TV in the router, put it to something else, and then oh. Okay, we're plugged in now, so we're good for a while now. So But some's getting sore now. It wasn't that sore earlier. I don't know, because I'm banging or what. Well, you still got snow there, Bill? Holy mackerel. He wants to get out and build a greenhouse, but there's still too much snow out there yet, he says. Huh? Because we haven't had any snow here for what, a few weeks now.
Yeah. Finally got, you know, who's to lay down there finally. Looks like things are buzzing at the teeny bar.
Or are they? Well, it should be a Saturday night, right?
It's late Saturday. Well, it's 5:30.
Yeah, supper crowd.
Yep.
But the partiers won't be till
Later.
a little bit later on. Yeah.
This girl over here, she's really getting into whatever she's saying.
Hey, there's Justin. Hey, Justin, what's up? Oh, yeah, things are a little quiet here. I think well, I don't know how many we got. Only got 4 there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many things going on. You got the Kentucky Derby. You got all kinds of things, you know?
Oh, the Derby on tonight, Paul?
Yeah, it's going to be here in about an hour.
Oh, cool. So which one's this? Little Brown Jug?
I don't know. This is the Kentucky running for the roses. I don't know.
Because there's the Preakness, the Little Brown Jug. There's another one. I forget what they call that one. Justin said he'll be in a few minutes, so.
He's probably eating dinner.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Oh, there's a group.
Yeah, there's a couple coming out there. Oh, Justin said he's good today, just relaxing today, he says.
Relax.
Yeah, he's been putting in a lot of overtime lately, so. Yeah, Justin probably eating a burrito again. He got his Biden card. uh, at least down here, it's being cool. There's no bugs or mosquitoes or flies or nothing here flying, buzzing around. That's a good thing about it. So.
Yeah, we've only got 4 people watching, Paul.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Justin will be in a minute. We'll pick things up here in a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
What
I
time is it?
debated whether
25
to
to 6.
do it at 5 or 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so
Yep. So you got to tell everybody about your thumb, Paul.
but this one, the
Yeah.
one that's all, see this here, all covered in blood. So
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, I was trying to get a bearing race out of a wheel hub, and I was using a like a flat bar, and I was hitting it with a sledgehammer. It was on. I had 2 4x4s set up. I could sit down in between the hit it and knock it out, but
Hey, Justin.
I shouldn't have used a sledgehammer,
Yep. Sledgehammer and your thumb
Or-
does not mix.
or I should have had gloves on.
I was gonna go flying today, but man, it's been freaking windy all day, like really bad.
Oh, it's terrible windy here right now. I
Mm.
just started a fire like an hour ago because I didn't want to burn the neighborhood down because of
Well, me and Kelsey
So-
were gonna go flying, but my sister called, asked Kelsey and Sarah if they wanted to go down to the beach just to hang out and sit down at the beach for a little bit, which is about an hour away. So,
yeah.
and then Aubrey, she went with some of her friends to Fun Spot in Orlando, so she's gone. So it's just me and Thomas at the house.
Oh, just the 2 of you then, eh? Yeah. I should throw a blanket up there, be a little more comfortable for you up there. Huh? Yeah.
Yep.
So Sarah just ordered us a couple pizzas and took off with my sister.
Woohoo. Pizza for supper, eh?
Some stuffed crust pepperoni.
Oh, yeah. I had roast beef, mashed potatoes, carrots, gravy, cheese. What else did we have there? I don't know. I'm full now.
Sarah's mom's at her new house right now she's been over there all day doing stuff. So there ain't been
Oh.
nobody home. It's just been me and Thomas most of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Vader's been on Paul's shoulder all day, and Gracie's been on his lap.
Got
Yeah.
up to
Well,
your trailer.
yeah, I'm at the trailer. Yeah. I'm inside because it's a lot warmer. That wind is just whipping down
Yeah,
through
it's cold up here.
here. Yeah.
It's only
It's just-
46 degrees here. Paul said, what, it's about 48 or,
Something like that, but the wind chill is a lot colder, right?
yeah.
So,
Oh
it's just,
shit, here right now.
yeah. I got, what is it? Okay.
Waiting for Amazon to get here.
You ordered something else, did you?
Yeah, I got one of those memory foam footrests that you can put down under your desk,
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can prop your feet up. So you
Yeah.
gives you somewhere to set your feet and it's comfortable.
Hey, Mike Rennick's in the house.
Hey,
All right.
Mike, how's it going, buddy?
That Mike, CAZ was in here earlier. I don't know if
And,
he's
Yeah.
back.
And Marshall said that the people were supposed to make a payment on his house today.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I saw your comment, Marshall. Hilarious.
Yeah, just Bill at Newfound Drone Production said he still got snow at his house
Yeah.
over in Newfoundland. He wanted to build a greenhouse, but he said there's still too much snow. Jeez. I guess I ain't moving to Newfoundland. Sorry, Bill.
So I was going through all that paperwork for Dundee yesterday, and I can see why Connor left me all that paperwork, because it was in the worst neighborhoods you could possibly want to go into. I think he might have been a little scared to go in those neighborhoods because he did
Well, you gotta
every
carry 'em.
he did every other neighborhood but those ones. Like he did partial lists on the paperwork and he skipped all the bad areas. I don't give a crap. I'll go in there. I don't give a shit.
Take a 45 with you. Yeah, yeah.
I carry a big ass knife on my side, and I have.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, you can't carry a gun in a commercial vehicle in Florida, so
Oh,
I have a big old knife I carry on me, and then I have a thing of pepper spray. That's about all I got.
yeah. Pepper spray works pretty good. Get it in their eyes. They ain't gonna.
But I mean, most people don't screw with you anyway. I mean, I've been in really
No.
bad neighborhoods, and somebody comes out to the house. What you doing? Checking your meter. Oh, okay.
Uh,
Crap. Now, what's funny though is you will go in some of these Section 8 neighborhoods, and they think you're there to turn off somebody's utilities. Every once in a while, they'll come out and they'll be like, "What are you doing? Are they getting their stuff turned off?" I'm like, "I don't have anything to do with that. I don't turn people's utilities off." I had some lady come out and yell at me one day because her neighbor's water got shut off. I said, "I'm not even from the water company. That's a city." I said, "I'm from the gas company. I have nothing to do with that."
Yeah.
I said, "All I do is
Well,
check for leaks."
First thing out of your mouth should be, no, I'm checking for gas leaks so that you don't blow your ass up.
And then I get people that come out and yell at me about their gas bill. I'm like, I have nothing to do with that. Just because it says Florida Public Utilities on the side of my truck doesn't mean that's what I deal with. Like, even if a tech comes out, he doesn't deal. If a Florida Public Utility tech that actually works straight directly for them
Yep.
comes out to your house to look at your meter, it has nothing to do with your billing.
Yep.
Like, he has nothing to do with that. That's a customer service thing you have to call the 800 number about.
Well, those same people probably, would yell at crossing guards by schools. What do you get out of my way? What are you doing in the street?
I was just watching a news story on YouTube earlier. Apparently, a UPS driver got into a bunch of shit a couple months ago. I just ran across the story, but I guess there was video of him running right by a school bus. It was
Hey.
stopped him. He got fired and got a bunch of shit from the police department about it. Like, that's the worst thing you could do, right? Is it being in a work truck that's marked, especially with a company that everybody knows. Like, you can't mistake a UPS truck. It's not, and that's the thing is everybody's has their areas and their routes. So all you have to do is call UPS and say, "This is where I was at. One of your trucks drove by." Well, guess what? They're going to know every truck that went down that road that day.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like you.
Yeah, we live in a big brother world where electronics know where everything is.
That's the thing is everybody films everything these days too. If there's a car accident, you're guaranteed you're going to get 20 different, shots of it from different angles.
Yeah.
Just like now, as soon as the cop pulls somebody over, you get 20 people on the side of the road
Yeah.
filming everything, hoping they catch that one good shot.
There was two guys went into I don't know, a restaurant or something to rob them. It had a drive-through, and they had guns out and everything else. They went in, all this, and somebody in a drive-through went and opened the window at the side of the drive-through, took his gun and was firing at the crooks. They all took off running then. It was funny.
Crazy.
Someplace in the States, but
It was just like that lady a few years ago that would she went through the drive-through at Taco Bell. The manager put the nightly deposit in there. It was like 10 grand or some shit like that. And she put it in a Taco Bell bag. One of the workers grabbed it and handed it out the window to the lady, and she drove off with it.
oh,
But they were lucky that the lady was honest, right? Because they had no cameras outside the building, so they had no idea who they even handed it to. You know what I'm
license
saying?
plate number or anything. Yeah.
And luckily the lady was, honest enough to bring it back, but she could have drove off with it and they probably would have never found it.
Yeah.
They had no idea who it was. They didn't have any camera shots anywhere of the vehicle that they handed it to. So I updated the DJI app yesterday, and I took the Aero 2 out and just kind of hovered it around in the front yard to run one of the batteries. And that fucking app was acting all kinds of weird after I did the update. It was freezing up. It wouldn't let me pick anything. Like when I would try to go back or go into the menus, it wouldn't let me do it. And then the drone was like only 10, maybe 10, 15 feet off the ground. So I swiped the app out, reset it, went back into it, thinking it was just glitching, did the same damn thing.
Oh,
So
Well, I went and flew a ship today, Justin, with the new drone.
Uh-huh.
It flew perfectly, came back and found out it was a bad SD card. It wouldn't download anything.
Jesus.
it's a wonder the program did. Yeah, it's a wonder the program didn't tell you need to format or something. You know.
Well, no, it wasn't that it wasn't formatted. It was formatted, but it when you put the SD card in the computer and you hit that ping ping, it wouldn't ping ping. And I put it in one computer to another, it wouldn't ping ping. I'd take another SD card, put it in there, ping ping, ping ping, ping ping. So it was a bad SD card.
Well, I had one a couple months ago, a 32 gig.
That's what it was.
It was a 32 gig SanDisk, the Extreme. And I stuck it in the drone. It let me record video. I went to go download it and there was nothing there. It was just saying corrupt.
Yep.
So I stuck it back in the drone. The drone was recognizing it just fine and was letting me record to it. But whenever I tried to put it into a card reader and stick it directly into the computer, or I tried to use my iPhone card reader,
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You can try that, Paul. See, you should put the SD card back in the drone and see if you can see it on the screen.
Well, you know me, I threw it away.
So that don't happen again.
Yep.
That's why it's good during Black Friday, man, to load up on memory cards because you can get 32 and 64 gig cards super cheap around that time.
I ordered some, and they're going to be here Monday. I ordered them from Amazon. Let me see. Show you guys what I ordered.
Yeah, I ordered 4 off-brand 32 gig cards for my cameras in the house, so I didn't really want to go and spend, a bunch of money on some expensive ones. And I got 4 of them for, it was probably 25, 30 bucks for 4
Yeah.
32 gigs. I
Yeah.
think it was 20, 25. But it was some off-brand. But I just needed them to do the recording on the cameras in the house. So. I don't even remember what brand they were, honestly.
Here's what I got right there.
Oh, that's not a bad price.
Extreme.
Well, it's got a reader that
64s,
comes with it too.
5 of them with the reader,
Yeah.
or 6196.
I got about a 30 of those readers I got free with all kinds of memory cards and shit. I have so many of those things. They always that seems to be pretty standard now. When you buy a memory card, it's like they give you that as a little gift with it.
Yeah.
It's like the last 5 or 6 memory cards I bought with it all came with one.
So you were buying like Humbem or
No, it was that Gigastone. That's what it was, but it was 32. It was 432.
Yeah, I've heard of them before. Gigastone.
Gigastone.
Yeah, it was 432s, and I think I paid $20, maybe 25 for them. No, it was the Lexars. That was it. The Lexars, yeah.
32s.
Yeah. I got 4 of them, I think, for 20.
There's 4 of them for $35. What else comes with it though? Oh, it's got a reader and a pouch.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
Lexar.
mine didn't come with all that. It was just the cards. It didn't even come with a reader, surprisingly. But each one of my inside cameras can do up to 32 gigs. So I just went ahead and popped one of those in each one of the cameras. That gives it 32 gigs of local storage.
Yeah, see, I bought the 64s, and I should buy 32s as well, because my cameras, you can't use anything bigger than a 32.
Well, everybody's always like, go out and get 64 and 128 gig cards. Actually, the smart thing to do is buy a batch of 32s, because honestly, unless you're sitting there saving every bit of footage and never taking and formatting the cards, There's
Yeah.
no point in buying something that 64.
Well, what
large.
I'm amazed at,
You'll
just
never use that much.
when I started looking at cards, they got 1 terabyte
Oh, yeah.
micro SD cards.
They're like $200-300 too, depending on which
Yeah.
brand you go. They're expensive.
The
But
SanDisk, yep.
I couldn't trust a 1 terabyte. You imagine that son of a bitch going out on you? I'd be so mad.
Yep.
If you buy 1 terabyte, you better buy that extra insurance Amazon offers. Because if that thing breaks, you're going to be out $200-300. And that's the thing, is those SD cards are not, for every 5 you get, you're going to have at least one go out on you.
Yeah.
They're not super reliable.
Because I think I got 3 16 gigabytes and 1 32 gigabyte.
I mean, you really
That's all
don't
I
need
got, but-
anything. You
No.
can get by using 16 gigs because, like I said, unless you're actually saving every bit of footage that you're taking, if you're one of those people that reformats your card when it gets full, then why do you need something bigger than a 16? You're not going to use that in one flight.
Well, because I do one card per house. Like if I'm doing 2 of them, I take 2 cards. Like,
Right.
I don't want, all the pictures on one card, right?
Here's a 1 terabyte for 169.
I think the Samsung ones are 2 something, I think. For the
Here's PNYs. I don't know anything about them.
I've seen them around
that's-
before.
that's a tech company. I just can't think of what else they make. They make other stuff too.
Here's 5 of these for $20.
Yeah, but they're just
Yeah, but see, even those PNYs, those are only the U1s or whatever. You have to have the one with the U and the 3 to do the 4K footage and all that.
yeah.
Like the premium X one right there, how it has the U3.
Yep.
Those are the ones you have to have in order to get
That
top-notch video.
U3 right there. Yep.
Yeah.
In 3s.
Because a lot of the DJI drones aren't even compatible with the ones with the U1 on them. Like it won't even record anything to those.
Okay. This.
But you can see the price difference, right?
What is it? Why does it have a 10 there and not? It's a U1 though.
I
They
forget
just
what
trying to confuse you or what?
No, all those little symbols mean something. I just can't think offhand what that means. I used to remember what they all meant.
There's a 364, but I need 32s. I love you. I have not a clue who the hell they is. And it's a U1.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these companies aren't just buying the discs from SanDisk and just repurposing them with their name on them.
It
And
could
why
be
are they-
too. Yeah.
Why are the SanDisk called Ultras? And they got a 10, but they don't have a U rating.
256 gig for 41. That's what I said though. I mean, if you're just flying just to take footage, you don't need nothing bigger than a 16 or
Well,
32.
I got all my cameras and I don't have any extra cards. 32, and they got to take a 32 gig.
Good. I'm not 100% sure, but the Phantom 4s, I don't think I can put in anything bigger than 32.
No,
or maybe 6.
a lot of them you can't.
Like even the Inspire there, I don't think you can put anything bigger than 32 in.
I think the Air 2, the Mini 2, and the Air 2S, I think you can put up to 128 in. But they're the newer drones. I think you can on those ones. Like I said, actually you can, because I have a 128 gig card and I've used it on the Air 2 quite a few times. So yeah, you can go up to 128 on there.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking about it. That's actually the main card that I actually use most of the time.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're not going to use 15 gigs up, even if you take 20 minutes of 4K footage. You're not going to use that much storage.
No, but if you notice, I'm going down there. I'm looking for 32 gigs. 64 is like the least amount of name brand ones.
Well, look how hard it is. I was actually looking to buy a batch of 8 gig. U3 rated cards, and I couldn't find any. And I think it's because they're making it like every couple years since they're getting bigger and bigger, they're like making, like next year 128 is all you're going to be able to find because that's going to be the standard.
But see, here's
Hey, see, Chuck is in the chat and also Kelly Taylor.
oh, Kelly, Chuck. These are all 32 gigs, but look at what they are. They're a U1 rating.
Yeah.
Chuck, what is the yeah, Daisy, I agree with you on that. Don't ever buy nothing bigger than 256 again. If you do, you better buy that insurance on the card.
Yeah.
There's the 32 gig. Never heard of them. Whatever the hell is.
I
There you
did,
go.
but that's the thing, though, is a lot of these companies that manufacture these things, there's only so many of them in the world, right? There's only a few people that are companies that actually make them.
Look at the rating on that one. Everybody else is like just a half a star off. Look at this one.
And that's what I'm saying is like these companies are just buying these from Samsung and SanDisk, and they're just slapping their names over top of them.
There's a 1 terabyte right there, 191. I don't need that. But see, we haven't seen a lot of 32s on Amazon.
You punch it up though. SD card, and micro SD cards 32 gig or something. You'll probably see it, but
Okay.
they're gonna try and tell you the biggest and latest.
Okay, let's do that. Let's put it up there. 32 gig.
Right there, micro SD 32 gig, 5-pack. Down at the middle part. Yeah, there you go.
But look at the name brands. They're
Well, they got
Oh,
Samsung
that's not bad deal.
Samsung,
five of them for $34.
but they're a U1.
Yeah, because I was pretty sure that and I could be wrong, AZ or Chuck might know, but I thought that the Air 2, the Air 2S and the Mini 2s all had to have the U3 or higher, or the U3. But like I said, I could be wrong. I just was under that impression that they did. Because I've always just bought these.
Probably a good buy right there, a 5-pack.
Because I've always just bought the SanDisk Extremes.
But I thought you wanted more than an A1. See, that's a U1.
Okay, so AZ is just saying the U1 is just slower. So I guess you can use U1. It's just slower, like doing the downloads. Oh, he's saying don't buy U1. Yeah, because I was when I first got into drones, everybody was telling me get U3s or high, or get U3s, don't get the U1s.
See, these are all U1s here.
Maybe put that up in the search engine behind the 5-pack thing.
Yeah.
The U3. See what pops up.
No. Say.
Yeah, he's saying they're not good for video.
Oh, here comes my cake. Comes the cake. Who's here?
That's a U1.
U1.
I'm gonna go silent for a few minutes, Paul.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a cake.
U1. Where the hell are all the?
They're all U1s.
All right, let's ask the master. Well, wait, right there.
Where?
Oh, the Gigastone 4K Camera Pro. I mean, they got a 4.5-star rating with 19,000 reviews. So, I mean, that's not bad.
Right here?
Yeah.
That's 64, not a
No. The gold ones right there. Yeah, the ones you got here.
Yeah, that's 64 gig.
Uh,
And I'm looking for 32s because of all my cameras, like this one here. And that's a U3. 2769.
okay, click on that and see if they have like different packs that you can choose from. Sometimes if you go into the thing, they'll have like you can buy more than one or whatever.
Love Ladies or whatever you want there. They're all off brands.
Yeah, but 4.5 stars for 29,000 reviews, that's pretty good. That's really good with that many reviews.
I can save $2.84.
I always do the coupons. Why don't you just go to SanDisk's website? Go straight to them.
They have a website?
They should, yeah. I've never bought none
Well,
from them, but
the reason I go to Amazon is it's free shipping and blah, 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 you know.
well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try because I'm pretty sure they would have their own website that they sell them on. Or let's ask the master finder AZ. I'm sure he can find you a link to a good
Oh,
deal.
wait a minute. 32 gig, A1 U3, 1099. They wanted 20. They wanted 27 up there.
So how many of those you looking to get?
Let's take a look at that. I'd like to get about 4 of them.
Okay, put quantity and see if they'll sell you 4, because sometimes the sellers put limits on how many they'll sell you. Yep.
Quantity 4 in stock.
I mean, that's $40, 40 some dollars.
I don't need that.
No, that's if you want.
card
Yeah.
only.
Shit, I could send you a handful of card readers if you needed one. I got about 20 of them damn things.
Place the order. You know, how much did I spend? Let's see.
Look, that buy it now button get you in trouble.
Don't tell Lenny. 46.60. I got to write it down.
But see, this is what I was. This is what I'm almost positive. Like Chuck was saying, I don't use off brands, brand name only. But there's only, I think, like 2 or 3 manufacturers in the world that make these cards. So these companies are having to buy these cards from either Samsung or SanDisk, and they're just renaming them with their names on them. I almost bet you that's what they do. They buy a bulk amount of them from SanDisk, and then they just slap their own label on them. I mean, because there's only so many chip manufacturers, period, in the world. They're very far and few in between.
Okay, so I ordered these too. 65, 68.
Yeah. That's true, Chuck. That's why I said I got about 20 of those damn things.
So I spent about $115. No holler. Except a holler when I got to pay for them, but hey, you know. But
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, Chuck.
That always confuses me, you know, all those little numbers on there.
Like AZ says, they're all Samsung chipset. That's what I'm saying. So I'd almost bet you the plastic part of the card is about the only thing that those companies are making. But the chip itself is coming from the same manufacturers. So I don't think it really matters what brand you buy, honestly. I don't think one's going to really be much better than the other if they're all coming from the same manufacturer. The only difference is going to be is the color of the plastic and the maybe a little bit difference of the shape.
Well, you know, the thing to me in merchandising, I've noticed some of the cards say Ultra or Maximum or whatever, and they're still a U1.
Yeah, that's just a marketing thing. I know, like the U1 and the A10, all those little symbols mean shit. But as far as the Ultra and the Extreme, that's just a marketing thing.
My friend Chuck says 32 gig is good. Good to change the battery, though, in case the drone goes swimming. Yeah, Chuck, I'm sure you heard about my drone going down.
Well, it's better to have like 416 or 432 gigs than 120, one expensive big card,
Yeah.
Because that gives you, if one of them breaks, you're good to go.
When the Air 2 went down in the water, It had 132 gig SD card.
I don't know. I always just use SanDisk Extremes. That's the ones I've always bought. Because like when I first got into drones, that's the one everybody was recommending on the videos.
Yeah, well,
Because-
AZ says that the off brands may not have very fast speed.
Because like when I first got into drones, I wasn't sure. Like I went to order a memory card, and I was like, you know what? I was like, certain electronics need certain types of memory cards. So I started watching some videos on YouTube, and everybody was recommending the SanDisk Extremes with the U3 rating and all that. And so I just went with those.
Yeah,
That's
I was
what I've been using.
Chuck, I was the one standing alongside the river when thousands of people were leaving after the ship went by with my mouth open and staring out there. It's like, where the hell's my drone?
To do the walk of shame with your drone, with just
Yeah,
your
with the
controller.
Controller, yeah.
I wonder how far down the river now
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the thing, with a 7-knot current, it hit the water, I would imagine. And it would, as it was sinking, it was probably going, 100 yards at a time,
oh yeah.
And then when it got to the bottom, it would probably flip over until it hung up on something.
Maybe it's down in one of those abandoned ships down there.
Could be.
Oh, I got one of the memory cards in my work truck. I need to get out of there. I was going to
Yeah,
use
and
it.
Chuck, I don't know if you heard, but DJI is not going to do anything for me because they could not recover the flight logs. I'll take some responsibility for that because I was on here and we were dinking around with my controller trying to find the flight logs and this and that. And so we reformatted.
See. Focus, you piece of crap.
What is it? What kind?
It's
Oh
not
my God.
focusing yet.
Focus. Oh, you're garbage. It's the SanDisk Extreme Pro 128 gig. It's the V30 XC1 U3 A2. Those are the ones I always buy. I just bought the cheap off-brand ones for my security cameras because I didn't want to
Well,
spend.
the interesting thing was, Chuck, is they offered me, it said, sorry, but we'll give you a 20% discount on purchasing another one.
How
And
can
I'd
you-
already purchased one, so I emailed them back. Haven't heard back yet. And I said,
What?
well, I already purchased one from an authorized DJI reseller dealer. And I said, I gave them the price and I said, okay, if you want to put $150 back into my PayPal account, it would be appreciated.
Or have them at least credit your DJI account so you can buy some accessories or something, or a battery or something.
Yeah.
I mean, see if they'll give you a credit towards your account.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Send them an actual.
Then I could replace the battery that went down with it too.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Then you'll have the
you-
$150 to buy whatever you want,
Well, they're not going to do that without having a receipt sent to them.
Send them, do you have the receipt? Send them a copy of it.
Oh yeah, I could send them a copy of the receipt.
I'd email it to them and just say, do you mind if I get the 20% difference off of what I bought from this DJI dealer? Just credit it towards my DJI account. Then you can use that to buy, some accessories or a battery, whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't know what the Air 2 batteries are. What are they, about $120?
About 110 to 120. It depends on what day it is. They vary. I've seen them as low as 100. It just depends. You could always go on Amazon and buy an open box one too that somebody just bought and returned. Usually you'll get those for about 80, 90 bucks.
I love Vader, the way he gets up. He's like a bird. He gets up on the back of the couch and he just kind of snuggles in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he hangs right over here, almost on my shoulder.
So I said most of that security system that I bought in pieces, all of it was just open box shit. But when I got it, it had all the original stuff with it, the paperwork, the stickers were still all on the cameras. They were never used. Somebody just opened them and I got like a 30% discount because of it.
Chuck says, just say to him, thanks, but I'll tell from now on. Because in the in the correspondence I got from the email, it says, we talked to the supervisor, and because you're such a good customer of DJI, we can offer you a 20% discount.
Tell them to shove that 20%.
Radio Master.
That's honestly,
Mhm.
I would call DGI and ask to speak to the supervisor. Get somebody on the phone. That's why I said, if you get a hold of the right person at any company, you can get what you want. You just have to get a hold of the right person.
Problem is you call in and they keep switching you from one person to another person to another person, and you never really know if you're really talking to somebody that can do anything.
Oh, that's
Good to know.
that's what I did when I told you. Remember when I told you a couple of years ago when I went to go get the electric turned on at our old house, my deposit was like $700.
Yeah,
Well, I
Well, they
bitched
do.
at the lady on the phone. I said, I'm not paying $700 to turn on my electric. I said, that's
No.
fucking insane. I said, that's insanity. And because it wasn't,
Well,
but it wasn't
yeah.
like they did it by a credit check, right? Or nothing like that. They
But
just
you gotta
went by
go
the
side.
previous person's usage.
Yeah.
And that's what they wanted to charge me.
I get 'em.
And so
Okay.
I asked to speak to her
I
supervisor.
connected, so-
She got her on the phone. I talked to her. She didn't want to do anything. I said, well, I want to speak to your boss then. So she goes and then her boss's assistant called me the next day and said, we understand that is extremely high, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do you a favor, and we're going to drop it down to $200. I said, that's more reasonable. I said, I'm not paying $700 and some dollars because the previous person left all the lights on and shit all day long.
yeah.
That's ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard when I moved to Florida was we go by the previous, by what the normal usage is in the house, even though you don't even know the previous tenant.
Right.
And that's bullshit. You shouldn't have to go by what the previous tenant did.
No. Justin said, AZ said, Justin, take a look at the image upgraded on my backup FPV remote to CNC sticks. Hey, Chuck, welcome.
Sorry about
Hold
Oh,
on,
Chuck's in the house.
Yeah.
Hey,
guys.
Chuck.
Sorry about your drone, Paul. I heard about it. Paul told me about it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but as you guys are right about the cards, they're probably all made in the same damn straw hut. But
yeah,
I just stick with a known brand name, kind of like Justin uses SanDisk. That's what I use because you can find them like you just did. You can find them at the same price. So why even buy some
take a
off-brand
chance?
thing?
Yep.
Who cares what color the paint is on it or whatever? But we know that SanDisk is
It's awesome.
dependable.
Amazing.
They're
Reliable.
dependable. Yeah, and your memories, you're counting on this stuff to be there when you get to your computer.
Well,
So,
exactly. And it was a SanDisk 32 gig that did not record when I did the ship today.
it can happen on any of them.
Oh, any of them.
I've had Samsung stuff go belly up on me, and I know they're highly rated.
Yeah.
It happened. I've had some that I went through. I left them in my jeans. They went through the washing machine and the dryer and survived. I mean, it's like there's no telling.
Yep.
So I had one of those. I marked it with a Sharpie as like, don't trust this one.
Yeah.
It's almost threw it out. Because what are you gonna do if you gamble? That's when you lose. Anyway,
You just don't know.
See, I was hesitant a couple months ago buying memory cards off of Amazon only because a couple of years
Right.
ago, I remember they had that issue where third-party sellers were selling the counterfeit ones.
that
people
I
were-
think still happens. I think
Yeah,
that still
'cause
happens on Amazon. It's always a risk.
Well, see, when I go to Amazon and buy them, I actually buy them from the SanDisk store because they have their own store on Amazon.
I think that's what
Okay.
Paul just did for
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah, that was straight from the SanDisk store on
Yeah,
Amazon.
that should be safer.
That's because the people were getting cards that were like 32 gig and they would plug them into their device and find out there was only like 8 gigs of
I
storage. on
got
it.
one like that once. I got one
Or
like
just
that.
didn't work.
I just threw it out. I was like, oh well, forget it. I didn't even fight it at the time. It was so cheap. I just threw it out.
I'll be right back, guys. I got to pitch some peanuts.
Pitch some peanuts.
Sounds kinky.
They're,
It kind of does.
and I'm going to make you two co-hosts too.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Got a dog as a co-host.
Yeah, that's Vader.
Any dog will be a co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was messing around with my 360 camera footage today. That thing is
Huh?
360 camera footage isn't as good as a conventional
Yeah.
action cam, but it's more fun. So what'd you guys do today? Anybody fly anything?
It's been nasty here. It's hot, windy, and then it's been off and on storming all day. And it's just,
See the blood coming through the Band-Aid?
I guess you caught a prop.
No, it's sledgehammer and
ugh,
kind of a chisel today, and I screwed up.
that will happen, especially when it's cold and you hit something like that. It's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah.
Like when you're working on
Actually,
a car
no.
and you bust your knuckles in the
How
cold.
many times did you say the expletive that rhymes with my name and starts with the letter F, Paul?
Probably should have went and had stitches, but nah, it'll be fine.
Well, look at it tomorrow and maybe you might change your mind, but you
So
don't get infected or anything.
Like some super glue and duct tape. Don't worry, he'll fix it.
Oh, that'll fix it. No problem.
I don't know. I'm usually
It's all-
I'm resistant to go too, but yeah.
I mean, that's why there's a lot of people like before they came out with the liquid stitch, a lot of people used to use that back in the day because that's all liquid stitches is pretty much just super glue.
Yeah.
It's a good way to stop a cut, like if you need to stop it right away, so you can get to somewhere.
Yeah, it certainly glues fingers together really well if you let it.
Oh, I hate that when you're working on something that
Oh, yeah,
gets
it's
all
like,
over your fingers.
You gotta pop them really fast. Like, what? Oh, close call.
Well, you just get that
Yeah.
shit on your fingers for hours
Oh,
after.
it's like crusty. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to wear it off. You can't just.
Oh, it's yeah. Like acetone probably would take the outer.
nail polish remover.
That's
I think, would
acetone.
work
Yeah,
out.
that's acetone. Same. Yeah, that's a very good solvent, which means it's very bad for you because all really good solvents are really, really bad for you. But
Yeah,
Yep.
Bill, thank you very much for your kind words.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a shock. I was standing down there just kind of staring out at the water.
well, now you can buy a Mini 3 and get the sexy new controller that should have come with the Air 2S and definitely the Mavic 3 that they'll start packing with the Mavic 3 pretty soon to piss off all the existing Mavic 3 owners because that's what DJI does. Have you noticed my change in tone about that company?
Hey, Bill.
Just a little bit. Just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Hey, Uncle
Well, they
Bill.
promised me. Hey, Bill, what's up, man?
What's up,
What's
man?
up? I heard something about you guys were getting something white and sticky on your fingers, and it was
Oh,
hard
here
to
we
get
go.
it off. Or something.
Yeah, well,
What the hell
anyway,
is that about?
DJI asked me for all this tech data and stuff from my Mavic 3 about a month ago, and I gave it all to them regarding the GPS stuff. And they were
Did
like,
you?
"Oh, thank you very much. Here, we're gonna give you a credit to your DJI account so that you can buy a car charger for your Mavic 3 or something." Oh, great. Yeah, that never happened. Lying sacks of shit, scumbag, no
Yeah.
good, useless company. What the hell?
Well, the sad part of it is, and I
hell?
understand that there's
It's like it's unconscionable. You made a promise. Follow
They-
up on it, you
they-
scumbags.
but without them verifying that drone went bye-bye.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. And whose fault was it? If they can't prove it wasn't them, it's them. As
Yeah,
far as I'm concerned, customer's
Well-
always right. You should just like Justin said, you should go to the boss's boss. Go right to the top. Say, I want to talk to your boss's
I'm
boss's
hoping,
boss. And I'm not hanging up until I get an answer. And if you don't give me a good answer, I'm on YouTube. I have a lot of subscribers. I'm going to share my excitement with them because I think they'd all prefer Autel over you guys. See what
Well,
they say.
Bill,
How they like that.
Bill is right
Unbelievable.
in the corner with DJI.
Laughing, Justin. It
I'm
frickin' pissed
hoping
me
Bill
off.
is going to straighten DJI out for me.
Well, that's the thing though, is the amount
What
of
the hell?
drones that you have on your account. When they looked it up, they saw that.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
funny-
he's got a whole
they-
fleet.
They,
So
they commented. They says, "Wow, we're up to page 3 of DJI."
Yeah. So what the frick? Help me out. Do you want to get to page 4?
Yeah.
Are you interested in getting to page 4? Or do you want this to be the last chapter? How about that? You
yeah.
want this because right now I like you if you'll help me out, but that can change in a heartbeat. It's this company is DJI is You see the Mini 3? None of the shit works on it. Did you see the reviews that have been out? People have been flying them. None of the shit works. Nothing.
Well, you
It
know what I
flies.
found interesting is it doesn't have regular antennas like we're used to. It's built into the top of the
Sitting
control.
on your knee. Yeah.
I wonder. God, I wish I could prove this because rumor has it that the Mavic 3 initially, when it was tested by the
Look at this,
influence-
Paul.
Oh, look at
Nice.
see Vader. He sits right up
Yeah.
on his back legs like he's human.
rumor
Yeah,
has
but
it.
he's on her knee.
Yeah.
Lord.
Go ahead.
Rumor has it.
Sorry.
Rumor has it the Mavic 3's GPS was just fine when the influencers were testing them before they released the drone. When they added all the stuff in the firmware, that's when the GPS didn't work right anymore.
Oh, really?
So
Such a retard.
this is why when I watch this dude's video and he says, "Oh, it connected really fast," but none of the really cool features work yet. So I'm
Yeah.
like wondering, first of all, did he actually cold boot start it or was it a warm boot? I don't know. And then is that going to change when they turn on master shots and all the quick shots? Like I'm just sitting back. I mean, all you guys who want to be early adopters, God bless
He's
you.
a dork already.
Best, but not me this time. They burned my ass with the Mavic 3. You can tell I'm really happy about it. I'm sitting back and waiting. Just waiting. Probably gonna be 2 months. We have to sit back
You
and
see,
just wait.
Curtis.
Maybe longer.
Curtis sent me the phone number for
He won't
Frank.
bite you. So.
That's how they feel. I mean, they I swear to God,
No
I have it.
matter how
I
hard
have it
you
in
play with
writing in an email that they
He
promised
won't bite
me.
you.
They promised me, and then they gave me nothing. I wrote back to them and nothing, just crickets, man. I'm gonna write back to me now.
What are you doing here?
Unbelievable.
Now we got a fight going on.
Screw you,
Come on,
DJI.
you
Dirtbags. That's why the U.S.
So-
government hates you too. By
So,
the way,
Bill,
the
you
U.S.
have-
government hates you, DJI. In fact, it sounds like a lot of people hate the Chinese government at the moment, which you're associated with. So, I'd say your popularity is going down very fast. You might want to change your attitude a little bit. Start treating people like customers that you might not be able to hang on to much longer, even though you've gotten them before and before and before and before, like me and you. Because I have nothing but DJI stuff.
Yeah.
Brr.
Well, except I bought that Autel Nano and I'm liking it.
You should tell them that. I've tried Autel. I kind of like it.
Curtis. Do you see Curtis in there?
But Curtis, it's perfect, man. I'm sorry I went off on rant mode, but holy crap, it's like really these guys. I can't believe they didn't. Wow. They couldn't pull up your flight records because their technology sucks, and then they blame you. That's awesome. Just awesome. Do you have any idea what went wrong, Paul? Could you tell it all? Did you have the caption video or anything?
No.
I don't think they want to say they could pull up your flight records because everybody gets so paranoid about them keeping data on everybody.
Oh, they have everything.
Well, what I'm saying though is maybe they don't. Maybe they probably do
Maybe
have
they
his
don't.
flight records.
Maybe they don't. Maybe it takes up too much space. I don't
What
know.
happened to Paul? Paul was flying in a marginal situation to begin with because he was on the opposite side of that very large, very metal ship.
Yeah.
And then when they got on, and then as soon as you got under that bridge, you had all those radar towers up at the top and there's reflecting radar off of the metal bridge or into the metal bridge, whatever. Absorbed your signal, lost your signal, went to return to home, hung out there, and then died and fell in the water. I mean,
Died.
So how many
Yeah.
times has Paul flown in that same spot? Like a lot.
And
So
around
why-
right,
ships.
he was really, you were pretty
What
close
made it-
to that boat.
Yeah.
So
I don't
your
know,
signal would have-
Bill.
Well, and
Yeah.
besides that, as you well
Man.
know, because we don't see those kinds of cruise ships around here, it had 4 great big huge radar or communication
Oh,
domes.
well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe Bill's probably onto something.
Well, the and somebody on Rodney shows.
yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Bill,
Bill.
you probably are.
Did you,
right,
did
man.
you see the video, Chuck?
I don't think I want to watch it.
If you see it, I think you might understand.
No, I get what you're saying. But I don't know if I want to watch it. The death.
Well,
of
somebody was
Paul's
comparing
drone.
Well, you don't really
them.
see it, you know, it's
Yeah.
just there and then it's not, you know.
Well,
But
somebody
you can
was
see- He was right under the bridge when the signal stopped.
I mean, it stopped
return to
abruptly.
home-
There wasn't any signal strength loss or anything. It just a red box on the screen that says lost signal.
Yep.
Paul, did you have it on return to home as in like, did you have it return to home hover or what'd you have set up?
Return to home, go climb to 225 feet.
All right,
return
stop
to-
right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if
Went
Bill's
up,
Bill
straight up
scenario
into the
happened,
bridge.
Yep.
up it goes. It goes up to 200 meters or whatever, and but gets to the bridge deck instead, and then kersplash.
Yep.
Oh,
Or because it's the Air 2S and it has those two little sensors up on the front.
well, they don't do shit. They're just
But
there for
if
marketing.
it saw the bridge, it would have just hovered there until the battery ran out. Kapoosh.
Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
but if it would have
um,
done that, Paul, the hovering, it would have probably reconnected after the ship went
yeah,
by.
maybe.
Maybe.
Well, unless
But
it's
those-
unless it was too close
Well,
to the.
except you know what Paul did? Paul turned the controller off to try and restart it again.
Oh,
Yeah, but somebody was trying to compare the Mavic 3's connection this morning on Rodney's show to yours, but I don't think they realized that you don't have the RC Pro controller. You have the old controller,
Yeah,
which
the
is
old
different.
RC1N or whatever it is.
Yep.
no, it can
Yes.
happen to anybody because you had a good connection right up until you didn't.
Oh,
So it
great
caught you
Yeah,
by
yeah,
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 it caught you by surprise.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
But
No, I'm-
going along with what you said, Chuck, I'm going to screen share the last communication I got this morning. It says, "We're so sorry to hear the case. We were no flight records we can analyze normally under such conditions. We are sorry to tell you that we cannot offer you any discount or cover this case under DJI Care Refresh."
I think you need to not be a jerk like I was being a smart ass and saying be a jerk. Actually, right back to him in a very nice tone, but be firm with him and say that's obviously you're a very good customer.
Unacceptable.
You're a very good, yeah, right. Unacceptable, like Beldar Conehead.
But see, in the next, it says, "We appreciate we
yeah, don't-
appreciate you for DJI and are willing to assist you as much as possible. After a discussion with my supervisor, we would like to offer you a maximum 20% discount."
No, don't accept that. Right back to
Oh,
him and
did you have-
say
did
that
you have-
you
Yeah, I had
guys can
Care
do a lot
Refresh.
better. I'm a very good customer. I have a whole fleet of your equipment. I've been buying it for years. You guys can do a lot better than that. Don't kid me.
Yes, Bill, I had Care
You doubt me,
Refresh
Kenton.
on it.
Some
Did you
guy
fly
crashed
away?
his Mavic
I
3.
bought it last November.
Did
Yeah, you have
did
refresh on it.
did you-
They
yeah,
should
just
make good.
sign-
Yeah.
Did,
they-
did you
they
sign up for Flyaway?
Did what?
Did you sign up for Flyaway? CareFresh is an automatic Flyaway. You buy CareFresh and then you have to sign up for Flyaway separately.
Oh,
It's
really?
included. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't cost anything, but you actually have to sign up for Flyaway.
Oh, those sneaky bastards. See?
Well, they should offer, honestly, like I said, they should offer some kind of water. Like if you lose it in the water, if anything, just charge an extra $20 to buy the Care Refresh and add that onto it.
Yeah.
That way, if
Well,
you lose it in the water-
Flyaway, you don't get the replacement is cheap either. It's higher. It's like 270 or something like that.
yeah,
I
but without
forget, but
the records, though, the
I-
Flyaway wouldn't have made a difference, though, right?
But the 270 would be worth getting the refresher.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a shitload better than 20%.
You
Yeah.
ought to be able to get an Air 2S though, aircraft only somewhere, Paul, for less than what those bozos.
I
Well, You
did.
said you already did.
I already
You
got
did.
it and I
You already
have it
did.
here.
That's right. You said you already did. Yeah.
$749, and it was the cheapest I could find. Brand new
Yeah,
from DJI.
Well, tell them to give you something smaller, like a Mini 3.
Tell them to give you like that 20% off that they were going to offer you. Tell them to give it to you in cash in your freaking DJI store accounts. You can go buy like another. Well,
That's
part of
what
your
I
next
said,
battery.
yeah.
Like you said, Justin. Justin
Yeah.
said that. Yeah, do that.
To send them the copy of the bill from Amazon on how much you paid for it and tell them you would like 20% of that credited to your account.
Are you getting a battery with that drone, or you have to buy the battery again?
I have to buy the battery
It
again.
doesn't come with props
Tell
or anything.
DJI,
It's
It
tell
just-
doesn't come with props or anything.
Tell DJI you sourced another Air 2S, but if they gave you a brand new battery, you'd be happy. How about
There
that?
you go. That's $115 right there.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Toss that his way. Because I mean, it's just
Well,
money to them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But what's 20% of $700 and some dollars that he paid for the aircraft on Amazon?
At least a battery.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So just ask for the 20% to get credited.
or whatever.
But
Yeah.
well, Paul,
Whichever's
you should
greater.
send him a picture
Whichever's
holding
greater,
your
Justin,
hotel.
do the math, I guess. Take whichever is the higher amount.
Well, because I bought the replacement Mini 3 or Mini 2, I
Two?
mean, from Amazon, and it was like 3 something.
Yeah,
Just
were they about
around.
375 or something at the time?
I got it for
350, like-
340 something, I think it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. It's not, I knew it was.
But
under
it doesn't come with the
$400.
battery. But they did send it with props, and I think they did that by mistake.
Well, that's cool.
So mine did come with a set of props.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of pissed when I opened up the box because all they did was take the drone and they put bubble wrap around it and threw it in the box. They didn't put no, like there wasn't no styrofoam or nothing. So the props were just fucking flopping around and they're like,
Yeah, great. Great. But they're probably okay, right? They're okay.
oh yeah, it flew
Yeah.
fine.
No vibration issues or anything.
Chuck. Chuck's an angry man.
I have my moments.
Did it come with a gimbal cover on it?
Yes.
Okay, man, mine did too.
I'm an angry man. I'm only angry at DJI. I mean, I have a Mavic 3 and every time I fly it, it pisses me off. It never used to be that way with their drones. The thing pisses me off every time.
Yeah, sell it and buy you 2 Air 2Ss.
Maybe I should. Cause like
Paul, did you try calling your home insurance though to see? You said they covered your drones.
Well,
Yeah.
what I did some research
I don't
and
want to claim it if you don't have it.
there's a $750 deductible.
Yeah, that would be good if it would have been like an Inspire 2 or something,
Yeah,
and that'd
yeah,
be worth it. But
exactly.
no, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, you don't want to do a claim on your homeowners if you don't have to.
I agree with Bill on that one. That's like
You know, I tell you, it's real sketchy down in Florida. You know, because they're looking for any excuse to not renew you next year down here. You know, we have a real
wow.
problem with it. The 110,000 homes lost their homeowners insurance last year.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they're losing money hand over fist. You know, there's all kinds of scams going on with roofing and, you know, and there a lot of companies are trying to back out of Florida, and you know, it's tough. I mean, my insurance has tripled since I've been here.
AZ, I thought Alltel had their own. Didn't they have their own DJI Care Refresh kind of?
And I've never had a
program?
claim.
Program.
Doesn't Alltel have their own like Care
No.
Refresh program?
I think they do, but I've never heard of anybody using it.
Yeah, because I thought they finally came out with their own version of that. But I know that it seems like people have had, just from one of the stories I've heard, it seems like people have had worse customer experiences with
They
Alltel
could
than they
call
have
it
DJI.
cry before you fly.
Cry before you fly.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Because I've heard a lot more people complain about Alltel's customer service than I have actually in DJI's.
Well, my first Autel I bought way back when they came out with the Evo, I only flew it a couple times and sent it back. Just because they had an issue of it right out of the box, where if you were like, and I go around the ship, I'm coming down the side of the ship that's kind of darker, and I swing around to the light side. All of a sudden, the camera would flare like this, and then slowly come back again. I said, no.
Uh-oh.
Couldn't you lock the exposure, Paul?
No, there wasn't any way to do it.
Holy cow, it's 6:30 already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alltel didn't help
Time
Marcus
go.
out, did they?
I was just asking, AZ. I wasn't sure. I don't have an Alltel, so I'm not
What was
really-
that, Bill?
They didn't help Marcus out when his drone dropped into the.
Went into the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
No, that
In fact, I'm crossing over that right now.
AZ said it took them 2
Oh, really?
months.
Yeah.
AZ said it
Crossing over
took
the
2
water, right?
months.
Marcus
Too
To
much.
has,
answer his email.
Marcus has much better anger management skills than I do. That's for sure.
Yeah. AZ said it took 2 months to get
Right, Bill?
a message back from his question email to Autel.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said.
I
I've heard
imagine-
more horror stories from Alltel than I have DJI.
I imagine when you sell flying cameras, you do have to kind of push back more than some other manufacturers of like regular cameras.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Well, you don't generally throw your Sony 100 feet in the air too and see where it lands. Like,
Well, if you put it on one of those airs, what is it, the sexy Sony drone, the was it Air Peak? That holds an alpha camera. Imagine put your like $3,000 alpha on that thing and fly it off and be a shitty day. $10,000 drone and a $3,000 camera and $1,000 lens, and I'll go kerplooey.
AZ says they do have a replacement, but it takes them forever to file a claim.
Yeah.
I wonder why it takes so long. They're hoping you're gonna forget.
Yeah, they hope you're gonna forget. Maybe that's
You're
true.
just
Bill.
gonna give up.
Or you're gonna give up. Yeah, you're gonna go buy, like, if I gotta wait that long, I'm just gonna buy another drone. That's
This is
what they want.
the main problem with Altel is they're just not scaled at the manufacturing level that DJI is. And that so things take longer for them to build, and then that's why that people are always waiting for that's why everybody's always having to prepay for their shit and wait months for it to come in.
Yeah.
Where DJI, if they say we're releasing the Mini 3 on April 18th, guess what? You're going to get it on the 18th if you want to go into the store and buy it. It's going to be there. Yeah, you can prepay for DJI stuff, but if you want to wait for the release date, you're almost guaranteed you're going to be able to get one. There might be a little bit back order for a week or two, but usually it's not that long,
I'm ending my rant because now I have to jump off, get a big old glass of water because Artco drones is in about 24 minutes. No offense, but
Oh, yeah, exactly. When I
Yeah.
fly those night ships, the ships are moving pretty good.
yeah,
The Nano
I got
always starts up in standard mode, which gives you 3 to 7 miles an hour. You have to switch it to ludicrous. And you would think it switched to
Ludicrous. I love
ludicrous
that
would
term.
be permanent. Oh, no.
it's momentary. Like, I mean,
No,
keep
every time
defaulting
you
back to regular
take
mode.
off, let's say if you go back and switch a battery, you got to redo all your settings.
enable. Okay, yeah, that kind of stinks.
Now, what do you mean by all your settings?
Like at nighttime, you can lighten, darken just a little bit. And
So it resets your whole entire setting package.
sets it back to whatever their setting is.
Because I was going to say, if it's just switching the modes, that's kind of nitpicky. But if it's doing the entire menu, yeah, that's for the birds right there.
It's camera settings, everything.
Yeah, see that I could see being a nuisance. Now, if it was, like I say, if it was just the modes, regular, Senna, ludicrous, that's just kind of nitpicking something that's really not that big of a deal because you can just hit the button, switch it real quick.
Well, except when you get older, Justin, you'll remember that you take off and then you go, oh shit, I'm in standard mode.
Or you drive down there and you're like, shit, the drone's in the garage still.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that too. Yeah, Bill, that's not a joke. Lynn was laughing her ass off. Lynn's got access to my cameras and I got one in the garage. And I loaded me up in the truck and I had the drone sitting on the garage floor, got in the truck, backed up and went down to the river. And I go around to the back, open the back hatch up and where's my drone?
Yeah, Paul, I do that with my glasses.
Yeah.
You would think I would notice I can't see very well.
Well, usually, most people do like forget their memory card, but Paul forgot the whole damn drone. He got down there, was just holding the memory card, like, what the hell?
Yep.
Oh,
Not good. Not good.
it's old age, Paul. It happens,
Getting old gets to be.
Oh, I'm so
challenge.
excited. Two
Yeah.
love bugs just landed on my windshield.
Uh-huh.
At least you didn't splat them.
Justin loves those love bugs.
Dude, you know how many times I had to stop and clean my windshield the other day?
They make a mess.
Jesus
don't they?
Christ.
You guys still
Oh,
use
it's awful.
the netting and stuff because they're so acidic. They like chew into your paint and stuff.
No, you got to get them off as soon as possible.
Yeah, because it's like they just etch
They'll
into
eat the finish off. Yep.
Well, they actually
yeah.
love white cars, too.
Well, isn't that?
Be in a
Well, it's like the
white
number
car
one
and
color.
they fucking swarm them.
I
Isn't that
don't
the
know.
number one color
I think
choice
it
in
just looked
Florida,
for it.
though? For a reason. I mean, it's hot, so like white's very reflective and stuff.
Well, I know when I park my work truck during the day, like if I stop to
swarm
take a
it?
break or something, dude, they fucking swarm my truck.
There is something to
Well,
be said
yeah,
for
but at
dark
least they're
colors
they're
and
not
not
exploding all
attracting.
over it.
No, they're just swarming it, like flying around it. But
Well,
there's
probably like a
been,
black
Yeah.
truck would be like, they'd probably be like volcano hot, it, like singe their little love bug feet. They wouldn't want to land on it.
but
when
there's
I
this
drive up to
theory
see
that
my-
they like white stuff.
When I go to see my dad up in St. Cloud, I go up, if I go up 95 and 192, and Justin probably knows what I'm talking about. You go up
Yeah.
through 192, the speed limit there is 65 now through that most of that stretch. So you're slamming them. And that goes through marshy, swampy areas. And they're just, when you get there,
Watching
your car
Paul's
looks,
dog.
when you get there, your car looks like an everything bagel. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, that's why I said I average about 400 to 500 miles a day in my work truck.
Hey,
It's
what I want to know is ask you and Justin, Bill, you know, the guys that you see in the movies and on TV and certain areas where they're out there and they're squeegeeing off the guy's windshield and stuff looking for a buck? Do they come out and clean off the love bugs or what?
It's going to cost extra.
Yeah.
That's a
they
lot of work.
take
Those
those
things are sticky.
Yeah, they take a couple of weeks off during
Well,
that
see,
period of time.
I have a couple of bug sprayers in my car that I use for soap and water to soak down
Gotta go.
that I use to soak down the gas meters.
You got to go, Chuck?
But they get so crusted on my windows so bad to the point where I have to take Dawn dish soap and water and soak my window down and let it soak into them just so I can wipe the shit off my window. And then I take a microfiber cloth and sit there and scrub my window down.
Well, when you're driving, if you don't have time to stop, the thing is you got to constantly clean the window. Don't give them the chance to dry. You know what I mean? For the wind to actually dry it, and basically because it just gets. I mean, at least it's just smeared, but you can still see. But if you let them sit on there for too long, your wipers just kind of bump over the top of them. I mean,
Yeah, it just smears it.
They smear. It congeals. So you got to make sure you got a full tank there of windshield washer fluid, and they got that. There's that. What's it? That green one. The Windex. No, not Windex. What the hell? Rain-X.
Rain-X.
That rain. You ever use that Rain-X windshield cleaner? That seems to, and it's got anti-bug blah 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 built in. That helps a little bit. It does. It's not a perfect solution, but at least you can see where you're going.
I just
For the
find
most part.
putting a little dash of sulfuric acid in the tank really helps. Just eats everything right off the windshield.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I
And
like
gradually-
the and the paint on your roof too.
Right. And it burns
Yeah.
your arm as you're driving by my truck and I'm spraying it and it splashes into your car.
But yeah, I was gonna go to my dad's tomorrow. Now that I see that they're back and forth, because I caught the very beginning of it a couple of weeks ago, but I was hoping to miss them. But it looks like now they're making it down here. No, and they only
Awesome,
last a
man.
couple of weeks. You know, they have their sex and they're done. They're smart.
Yeah, Paul was looking up pictures of them the other day. I had him pull up some pictures. I was like, they're so weird. I was like, they attach by the ass. And then they sit there and like fight each other to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Now, Bill, from what I was told when I first moved here about those, weren't they supposedly accidentally released from, what was it, the Florida State University or whatever? Weren't they a genetically engineered bug?
Interesting. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure. About
Because that's what everybody was telling me, that they were genetically engineered at one of the universities and they were accidentally released, but they were made to combat mosquito populations.
I was just going to say that, probably from mosquitoes. Yeah. Yeah. So instead we have much larger bugs, but they don't bite, But
Yeah,
they cause
no.
car accidents. They cause car accidents, but that's all right.
Well, they're more of a nuisance when you're just standing outside because they'll fly in your face and everything else. But I mean, they don't bite or nothing.
No, they just, I don't know. I don't know. What is their purpose in life? They come out, they attach themselves to each other, they hump away, and then they disappear. I guess they die until next year.
Yeah, going to
Where do
some
they go
kind
in
of
the mean? Where
hybrid.
do they go in the mean? I'd like to know where they go in the meantime.
Some kind of hibernation, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I don't know. Nope, that's enough of that.
I know they don't seem to help with the fucking mosquitoes because I still get bit like a bitch all the time by 'em. I'm a freaking.
I don't get bit a lot here. You know, I don't know why, but I don't. My wife does. I don't. She smells
hate-
better than me though.
Well, see, that's why I hate doing my inspections on Monday mornings because I'll do them at 7 o'clock in the morning. I have to go out and take a bunch of pictures of my work truck and all that, put the odometer reading, all that shit in. And they just swarm around me and be biting the hell out of me. So I'm out there trying to do it as quick as I can.
You see, my wife, I just figured, you know, because she smells sweet because of this crap she puts on her skin, and plus, you know, they're gonna work a lot harder to get to the blood layer on me.
Well,
Hey, Mr. Tim Jackson's in the house.
Mr.
Tim?
Tim.
Well, from what I was reading up on mosquitoes not too long
He's the
ago,
one
they're
that sent that
actually
koala.
attracted to carbon monoxide that you throw off like that.
Australia.
Like when you're breathing and stuff, they're attracted to that. Because
Well,
like
I'm an
people,
asthmatic, so maybe that helps. I don't know.
well, it's like people used to say, "Oh, if you smoke, they'll stay away." The hell they will. They seem to bite worse if you're smoking. I think that's because they're attracted to the carbon monoxide from the cigarettes coming off of them.
Oh, that's interesting. Could be. Is it carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide they're attracted?
Is it carbon monoxide?
Well, cigarette smoking causes carbon monoxide,
Yeah,
which is a poison. Carbon dioxide is just your regular exhalation. You know, the normal. You know, the
That's
thing
what
that
you-
trees turn into oxygen.
so it'd be carbon dioxide then.
Yeah, that's carbon dioxide is the good oxide. Carbon monoxide is like what comes out of your tailpipe.
Yep.
It's also what you end up with high carbon monoxide levels in your bloodstream when you smoke cigarettes.
So that's
Is what-
okay. So then they're attracted to carbon dioxide that comes out of your mouth when you're breathing.
Okay.
Then that would be what it would be.
Well, quit breathing so much.
No, maybe I just smell good.
You smell good. You smell sweet.
I swear them fucking mosquitoes love me. Oh my god. And there's nothing
Your
worse
teeth-
than when one gets loose in your bedroom, right? And you can hear it buzzing around. Or one's inside your car. Oh my
Well,
god.
if you
it's so
hear it,
annoying.
if you can hear it, that's not the kind of bites. That's the male. The
Yeah, this
females,
guy's right.
the females, the only way you're
Duck.
gonna hear a female is if she's actually in
He's
your
in
ear.
Florida.
Home. Actually, Art asked me to come on his show too today.
That guy
I
that
didn't think Chuck was around. Usually he doesn't ask me unless Chuck's not coming on.
oh Bill, that homeless guy. I don't know if you heard about it, but that homeless guy that was on the run for murder in Polk County. The
Yeah, I heard
sheriff's
about it.
yeah, he was out in the swamps. And he was down in the swamp water with just his face sticking out like this all night long, up to his nose.
Really?
I said,
Really?
that fucking ballsy bastard. I said, I would not be in water in Florida, especially at nighttime,
Well,
just sitting there like that.
Yeah, but probably like this, guys. It's on his
Yeah,
phone.
you don't know what the hell's in the waters around here. Oh, hell no. And
You
his
do
whole
know,
top,
that's
well,
the
that's
thing.
what
You do know, there's crocodiles in there.
the whole top of his
Holy cow,
head, though. The whole top of his head was nothing but these big blisters from all the mosquitoes just eating the shit out of the top of his head. Because he had his nose up out of the water the whole night. He was just sitting there like this. Because the sheriffs couldn't go look for him because it was really thick brush and it was storming. So what they did was they set up a perimeter around where he was at, and they waited till morning when everything cleared, and they started clearing through the woods, and they ended up cornering him, and he ended up giving up. And he admitted to it. He threw the knife at the cops and said, "This is what I killed the dude with." And he killed the other homeless guy because he was masturbating in front of him.
Wow.
Apparently he did it 3 different times. The guy warned him the first time and beat the shit out of him the second time. And the third time he put him in the ground. And then the other homeless people in the homeless camp went and told on him. Went to the cops and told the cops that he killed the other dude.
Wow.
putting trees
What a
in the
great, what a
backyard
great
called
life.
Cedar deck trees.
Oh.
Well, there's this huge homeless encampment that I didn't even know existed in Polk County until I started working for the gas company.
Yeah,
And we have a
They took a
gas
big tree
meter
out
down
and put a bunch
right in the
of-
middle of their encampment that we have to go down
I
and
wouldn't have
check.
done it, but putting cedar trees around there.
And we have to go down in the middle of their encampment to check the meter. And I didn't know it was there because you can't see it. It's just a section of woods that's up under the freeway next to the railroad tracks. So you can't see it from the road at all. You actually have to drive down below the bridge and then go down this back road behind the bridge and go up under the bridge to get to it. But apparently the homeless people don't bother nobody down there. Like if you're one of the utility workers, I guess they don't really mess with you because,
Well, unless you're
Railroad.
feeding your meat.
well, no, the railroad guys and all them work down there all the time. They said they don't mess around with them, so they leave them alone.
Yeah, just don't crank your shaft, you know, you'll be all right. Oh,
Well, maybe the state will go out and put signs up, no shaft cranking here zone.
Right?
yeah, I know, a zone, a no crank
Yep.
zone.
No crank zone.
Yeah, the
Oh.
sheriff.
You got pretty.
Oh, that's
What is
pretty.
that, Abby?
The Bougainville.
Back from Orlando, baby girl. Did you have
The Bougainville. My wife calls it a bongavilla. It's a bongavilla. I don't know. Filipino, you know.
Well, it looks like it's nice weather down there.
Oh,
Bill.
yes, it's warm. It's pretty warm today, but not as warm as it was yesterday. Yesterday was insane. Today's much nicer. It looks like it might rain though. I don't think so. It's not supposed to. See, tomorrow they're saying some rain. Like I said, I was gonna go to my dad's. If it's raining, there won't be any, the love bugs won't be out. Maybe I'll go. Ugh. Phew. Nothing but junk mail. It's okay, they're not bills. Hi, girls.
So you've been out for a bike ride lately, or?
Yeah, I took it out. Yeah, finally. I mean, I spent the time, I changed my all my oils, front to back. I should have did a little clutch adjustment, but I didn't. It's fine though. And I bought this thing, this is actually real lambskin on here. You know, to see if it helps my ass for long rides, and seems like it will.
Yeah.
But then it sat for like 2 months. I didn't take it out anywhere. It's so dusty from sitting in the garage.
Now, do you ever drive that up to your dad's house, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would imagine this kind of weather with the love bugs, though, you don't want to be out there on a motorcycle.
No, I'm not gonna take the bike. No. And it's not just that. There's
Let's
other
my
times throughout the year.
Ninja Warriors.
old school whoopee cushion?
Yeah.
There's other times too. There's like the way I like to go. If I'm gonna ride there, I don't take. I mean, obviously I could take the highway, but I don't. There's a way you just go up 441 and it's all country and it's a nice ride and all. But when you go through those farmlands, the wrong time of the year, the front of this thing looks like I was in a paintball fight. You know,
Oh, wow.
blue and orange and red. You know, whatever it was, those things were sucking on, just all over the front of the bike. Every so often, want to make it over the top of the cowling and smack me in the forehead. But anyway, what do you want? What do you want?
The kids are glad to see you.
Yeah, they always. That's because they want a treat. They think I don't understand. They think I don't know. Alexa, close the garage door. Pinnacle of laziness.
Well, worked hard all day.
Well, sometimes when your hands are full, it's handy.
Paul, you're on mute, you know.
Huh? Sometimes it's handy.
You're on mute down. No, on the screen.
Hmm? Hi, honey. Well, Paul, I'm gonna take off. I'm done.
Okay, Bill. Well, thanks for popping in.
I think I bored your guests enough.
No, it's always good to have somebody
Sorry about your
pop
drone, bro.
in, say hello.
Sorry about your drone. I wouldn't even have been as brave as you and had it. So, by that, I don't know. I understand, but I think we got it. You know what happened, with
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then if it went up to that bridge and stuck, because you said it showed that the battery was low and your
Yeah.
battery wasn't low when this first happened. So it probably did hang there. And
Yeah,
why you
that's what
probably
I'm
didn't get your signal back is in the meantime, that long ass boat took a little while to go by, for one
Yep.
thing. And for two, once it got up underneath that bridge, it probably just couldn't find it. And like you said, you rebooted the
Yep, I turned the controller off and back on again, and when you do that, it says link to aircraft, and you have to push the button on top of the aircraft in order to link it.
But I think if you lose connection and you reboot the controller, I don't think you have to link it. You just wait for it; it'll connect itself.
Oh, okay. Well, I
But
never did.
I would think, but like I said, if it made it up close enough that the sensors actually stopped it, it was probably pretty, you've got beams and
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
you know what I
Metal
mean? It was probably just too high up there. What you needed to do was swim out and get closer.
Well, the problem is the eight mile an hour current going downbound.
And probably swirled around too, right? So
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of undertow and different things.
Yeah. I mean, how long did you have that drone?
Since November.
Oh, that's all. That's.
Well, before that, Bill,
6
as you know,
months?
my go-to drones were the Air 2 and the Air 2. I'm not the Air 2, the Mavic 2 and the Mavic 2 Zoom. And before that, the Inspire 1, and
Look, Paul.
Right. I mean, I've had mine longer than.
What'd you
I've
get,
had mine a
Justin?
year.
Justin showing off a black box. What is that?
Well, I'm 99.9% sure Sarah isn't watching because she's at the beach, my sister.
Okay.
So
Oh. What'd you get, a nose ring? Oh, look at
Ooh.
Lucky.
look at camera. It's 2 little hearts.
She'll like that.
well, you hoping to get a piece tonight or something, Justin?
That's for Mother's Day.
That's what you call a peace offering.
Oh, Mother's Day.
That's very nice.
Isn't that right, Bill? A jewelry like that, that's a peace offering.
Yeah, usually.
Is that it?
What do you do now?
That's what I'm trying to do. How to spell world. How to spell it?
Spell what?
World.
W-O-R-L-D.
Bill, we won't hold you up. I know you're antsy to get out of there. And
Well, I'm changing my clothes as we speak.
oh, okay, that's all right.
I don't know why, but I got pressure now.
Oh, so you're doing an Adrian on the live? Nice.
Bill, did
Getting
you
undressed.
see Adrian on Tim Jackson's live stream the other night?
No, what do you do?
He
Come
was
on, dear.
almost completely naked, sitting there in front of the camera talking to him.
Oh, shit.
JD was on Matt's show yesterday with no pants on and Matt's shirt on. He got up and you could see he was in his boxers.
Well, my wife has a thing. I don't know if it's a Filipino thing or whatever. You come home, first of all, you don't wear shoes in the house, but you take off whatever you're wearing, you put on a pair of shorts and you relax. And that's how I have more pairs of shorts than I know what to do with because she just keeps buying me more. So that's all I'm doing is putting on a pair of shorts. I'll just leave this black shirt on. This is fine for now. Normally I would take it off, but I don't want to do that to you guys. Yeah.
Well, honestly, as much as it rains in Florida, it's smart to take your shoes off at the door because that's what we do.
Yeah. Oh,
Because otherwise you just dirty your floors up.
Yeah, the sandy loam just follows you everywhere.
Where's the
Those dogs can't even come in the house.
Where's the
The
envelope?
majority of the house
They're
because we have
getting
it
ready to
separate.
run the Kentucky Derby, Bill.
Are they?
Yeah, they're heading for the
They're not
post.
going outside.
Not a big racing guy.
I'm not either, but once a year I like to watch the Derby.
Run for the roses. Okay. All right,
Did
guys.
Marshall say
Okay,
he's
Bill.
back? You just got an
Take care.
airplane ticket? Where are you going, Marshall?
See you guys later.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
See you, Bill.
Have a good day.
You too. I gotta do this
Later,
the
Bill.
right way. Stupid. See you, Justin. See you later. Oh, come on, reopen. I did it the wrong way.
Oh, they're putting them in the gates.
Putting them in the gates.
Hey,
Kentucky Derby just getting ready to run.
let me see the.
Yeah, they came over here earlier looking for you.
I thought you usually run the Kentucky Derby like middle of the
Can you
afternoon.
write Happy Mother's
No,
Day?
just late at
near
night.
mine?
Yeah. You know, as soon as they get the last horse in, they're off. You know, they don't.
Oh yeah, as soon as they put the last one in, they're gone. Still breezy. Wind come up again. Looks like it was settling down.
They got 3 more to go to load.
Yeah. All that training and everything they do with those horses and everything else, and it's all over in 2 minutes. Or a minute
Are
now.
you and Mallory still at the beach, or are you guys on your way home? Sarah just popped in the chat.
Hey, Sarah.
Last one's going into the
Do
gate.
you want me to put the bucket in my room?
Hey, JD.
What's
How's
up,
it going?
JD? What's up, Tim? Oh, here, put this back in there. Put it behind the card. What'd you do? Hit yourself?
No, wait.
Hey.
They're off.
The way they go.
Did you bet on it? Did you place any bets, Paul? No?
Yeah, they're yeah, I don't know. Paul, did you make any bets on the horses?
No.
Didn't even know that was on today. Honestly, I don't ever watch that stuff.
Yeah.
They're in the first turn. Summer is tomorrow. It's in the lead.
Who's in the lead?
Summer is tomorrow.
Summer is tomorrow.
36 to 1 odds on him.
Woohoo. Yeah, but it's they get around 3/4 pole, he'll die, and then the other ones will come around him.
Oh, JD, how's your mom doing anyway? I meant to ask you last night. I forgot. I know she had COVID.
Oh, you can still hear, I can hear him a little bit in the background. don't know, there's what, the 3 races in there?
Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and something else.
So the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and then a Little Brown Jug, in it? I think, yeah.
Right Strike won. He came from 4th place within about 100 yards of the finish line. It's the biggest upset in the history of the Kentucky Derby.
What was that?
Right Strike won. They
Oh.
said it's the biggest Rich Strike, RICH strike.
Oh,
And
what
it's
was his odds then?
unbelievable upset. Let me see if they tell you.
Oh, this is unbelievable upset. One of the high odds.
The owner of that horse bought him at an auction last year for $30,000.
Yeah,
Oh, is that it?
I did-
30,000?
yeah, that's cheap. That's
Oh
cheap.
yeah.
For a thoroughbred? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen horses that go for a million.
Well, standardbred, you could 30,000 maybe, but not thoroughbreds.
Don't they do like generational breeding on them, and that's why they get so expensive because they like breed them with certain. They
Oh,
can
yeah.
only breed with certain like males and stuff.
Rich Strike is attacking the horse that's leading them.
Oh, that sucks. JD said she's doing good. Thanks for asking, but my dad ended up with it now, but he's doing all right though. That's good. Sucks he got it, but at least he's doing okay. That's hard for a spouse not to get it though. I mean, especially when you're. That's why I was surprised I didn't get it. You know, being me and Sarah were in the same bed together for 2-3 days before she found out.
Having a hell of a time with the winning horse. He's attacking the horse that is leading him with the red coat guy driving.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
They're sometimes
it's
get up
grabbing
so high strong.
grabbing the reins, yanking the reins.
So did Rich Strike. He was way back in the back of the pack. Not last, but he was right in the back.
He was in the back of the pack and came through. Wow. Anyway, that's new from there.
Yeah, really, eh? Cool. Well, Paul, I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay, I think it's 7 o'clock. We can go ahead and call
Yeah,
it.
it's 7 o'clock, so,
Yeah, and you got things to do, and you've had a long weekend.
yep, yeah, we'll see you in the morning, though.
Okay, all right. We'll see you in the morning, everybody. Thanks for being here, Sarah. Hanging with JD, everybody. You take care, and we'll